Hello Bookish friends, welcome to my May wrap-up part 2. In this video I will talk about the 5 books that I finished in the second half of May. Like I did in my previous wrap-ups, I will insert the clips that I've recorded quite soon after I finish those works. Today is the 19th of May and I finished another book for middle grade May, which was the book that I chose in my try a chapter video. Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. In this book, we follow a pig, Wilbur, and he was born very small, but saved by the mercy of Fern, a little girl who later became his friend. After Fern's care, and it was clear that he would live, Wilbur is then sold to a pig farmer. There he meets friends, including the animals in the farm, as well as a rat and a very wise spider, Charlotte. I have heard that this book is among the favorites of many of my friends when they were a child. And after reading the book, I can clearly see why this book became a favorite for many of them. Because the book has very important messages told in a non-didactic way, which is, I think, a rarity in a middle grade book. And also, of course, the friendship between Charlotte and Wilbur is very, very strong, and you cannot help but admire and love Charlotte all throughout the book. Like I said before, I really like the writing style, which was quite engaging, as well as giving messages of friendship, love, and the importance of community. And I gave Charlotte's Web by E.B. White an 8 out of 10. Today is the 20th of May, and late last night I finished the book that I was reading for my Series Cup reading challenge. The third and the last book in the Fire trilogy by Cat Martin. The title of this book was Fanning the Flame. In this book, Gillian Whitney, well-born but penniless, has been living under the roof of a wealthy nobleman, old enough to be her father. When Adam Hawthorne, the mysterious Earl of Blackwood, meets the lovely rebel, he is intrigued enough to want to lure her into changing protectors. But suddenly, Gillian's beloved guardian is murdered, and she is the only suspect. When she is forced to flee, she falls into the arms of the Earl, who offers refuge from law, but no escape from a fiery passion. I have quite conflicting feelings about this book. I really liked some parts of the book, especially the beginning and the ending. However, the parts in the middle dragged a lot, and I was quite annoyed with both of the lead characters in some sections of the book. And also, especially in those middle sections, 2 side plots appeared magically. And although they were intriguing, I felt like I was reading 3 quite separate narratives. So this was not a very well structured romance book in my opinion, and it certainly should have been shorter by at least 50 pages. But I'm also quite glad that I finished another series in my ongoing series. So I gave Fanning the Flame by Cat Martin a 6 out of 10. Today is the 26th of May and I finished Leyla'nın Evi, Leyla''s House by Zülfü Livaneli. This is the second book that I've chose for my Turkish Shelf online book club. The time period for reading this book in my club actually ends at the end of June. However, Rose and Katya from Reading the Globe book club decided to choose this book for the contemporary option for the month of May. So we decided to read it at the end of May for our club as well. And I will read part of Goodreads synopsis because I think it is a quite accurate synopsis. She is the last living member of a great Ottoman family. The refined yet sheltered Leyla finds herself homeless and vulnerable when her house is sold by the bank to a business tycoon and his ambitious wife. Forced out of this historic mansion on the bank of Bosphorus, Leyla is rescued and taken by Yusuf, the son of her family's former gardener, who has now become a journalist. She follows him to a modern cosmopolitan district of Istanbul, where she discovers a world of artists and outcasts, alongside Yusuf's partner Roxy, real name Yurukiye, a hip-hop singer. Despite initial hostility, a real friendship gradually develops between these two very different women. I will, of course, make a special Turkish shelf video about this book. And I will also join the discussion of Rose and Katya, which will happen on the 7th of June. The book is told from different points of view, which makes it very, very rich in storytelling, in my opinion. The plot is quite interesting and makes you wonder what will happen, because you really do like the characters. I liked the first half of the book a bit better than the second half. I do not want to give spoilers, but some of the events felt too convenient in my opinion. But because I really like the characters, I was not annoyed greatly. I really like the writing style of Zülfü Livaneli. His writing is not overly literary or trying to be flowery. However, because he creates very rich characters, his writing is clear and very, very fulfilling in my opinion. As a side note, I want to say that this book was a really a good choice for Turkish shelf, because it contained many elements in the Turkish society, Turkish history, as well as some universal themes as well. I will, of course, give more details about this aspect in my individual Turkish shelf video. Overall, I will certainly recommend this book to my international friends because it is a quite emotional as well as a fulfilling book in terms of characters, like I said before. Overall, I really liked this book, and I gave Leyla'nın Evi, Leyla''s House by Zülfü Livaneli an 8 out of 10. Today is the 31st of May, and I finished one book yesterday evening and one book today. The book that I finished yesterday evening was an audiobook that I was listening for a while actually, which was It's Always the Husband by Michele Campbell. In this book we follow Kate, Aubrey and Jenny. These girls met at college and then became inseparable. Despite being as different as three women can be, Kate flows through life on family money and privilege. Jenny's parents have taught her to hustle for every opportunity, and Aubrey, from the wrong side of tracks, is determined to put a broken home behind her. Their friendship sees them through decades, boyfriends, weddings, affairs and divorces, until the night of the 40th birthday of Kate. In my very short review in Goodreads, I said that I wish the second third of this book was as good as the beginning, and especially the last third, the ending of the book. This book was interesting because none of the characters in this book were likable. They were all very, very shady characters to a point. I sympathized with some of them at different sections of the book, whereas I really condemned them in other sections. So the characters were quite realistic. And I think the plot also depicts the very toxic relationships, both in terms of love and also in terms of friendships. It was quite interesting how three women could both hate and love each other so much. Like I said before, the middle part quite dragged while I was listening it. And in contrast, in the end, I couldn't wait to listen and to find out what really happened that night, which caused the death of one of the characters. Overall, I gave It's Always the Husband by Michele Campbell an 8 out of 10. And the book that I finished just today was the last book in Paddington Bear series, Paddington's Finest Hour by Michael Bond. I also read this book for middle grade May readathon. Like all of the previous books in the series, this book also follows Paddington Bear, a bear coming from darkest Peru and adopted by Brown family and his misfortunes in dealing with life. The adventures that Paddington went through in this book were also quite funny. My favorite was the one that he joined a cooking show. So overall, I'm very glad that I finished this very cute series, which always brought a smile to my face while listening it. And I'm additionally glad that I finished the series with the narrator that I started with, who is of course the excellent Stephen Fry. So I gave Paddington's Finest Hour by Michael Bond a 7 out of 10. Those were the 5 books that I finished in the second half of May. Please comment down below, have you read any of the books that I mentioned in this video and what did you think of them? If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose always. Always means her zaman in Turkish, and her zaman are our Turkish words of the day. Have a good day.